Yeah. Today we will be learning introduction to Archimedes principle. Okay. And some example, one simulation. Okay. So let us see here. Archimedes principle. It gives you the definition of a new force called buoyant force or upthrust force. Okay. It explains, Archimedes explains the new force called buoyant force or upthrust force when a body is immersed in a liquid, in a fluid. What happens? What are the forces acts? And what is the behavior of the mass? Uh, and all we will be discussing. Okay. Archimedes principle, law of physics states that when an object is totally or partially immersed in a fluid, it experiences an upthrust force equal to the weight of the fluid displaced. Okay, see here, you are taking a block of 20 Newton, okay, and you are keeping it in the fluid. Let us take a 20 Newton object. You can see in air its weight is 20 Newton. It is a force measuring device. Spring balance. You can measure the weight by using this instrument, and you keep the same body in water. In water. Okay. Okay. It is a overflow jar. It is a overflow jar. Whenever you immerse any body into it, some of the water overflows. Some of the water overflows. Okay. And it can be collected in another beaker. Okay. And if you observe the weight of the body in the liquid, if you observe the weight, the same body's weight in the liquid, that is coming around 14 Newton. Okay. And there is a water displaced. Okay. So if you measure this water weight of this water, it is equivalent to 6 Newton. 14 plus 6 total 20 Newton. Okay. And this 6 Newton force, we call it as upthrust force. Okay. Or force of buoyancy. So you take another liquid, you take the another liquid, same 20 Newton body, you keep it in another liquid, then it may weigh 10 Newton or greater than 14 Newton or less than 14 Newton, whatever it is. It depends on the density of the fluid. Okay. So whenever you are taking a 20 Newton in fluid A, it is measuring like a 14 Newton, and if you take the same body in fluid B, some other fluid, it is measuring it as a 10 Newton, and it displaces the other liquid in 10 Newton. Here they have given water and water, but you take like this 20 Newton object only, you put it in water and you put it in other liquid, then you can see the weight in the water, or weight in another liquid changes. This is due to upthrust force acting on the body. Upthrust force acting on the body. So let us see the free body diagram. If you see the free body diagram of this block, downwards weight is acting, upwards upthrust force is acting. Fu or Fb, buoyant force. okay, by the fluid. So net force on the body is weight minus upthrust. Weight minus upthrust. Okay, and that is why, that is the reason. See, there is a decrease in weight we can observe. W minus F upthrust, because they are acting in opposite direction, and this is the net force on the body, and that only measured by the spring balance. So we can say that 20 Newton in air its weight, and it's in fluid it is about 14 Newton. Why? Because upthrust force is acting at around 6 Newton, which is upward, and weight is acting downwards 20 Newton. 20 minus 6 Newton, that is 14 Newton. So that 6 Newton is called as upthrust force, and it is equal to the weight of the fluid displaced. Arkaprava, repeat your question. Arkaprava, repeat your question. Attention.
Sir, I was telling that due to that spring force, does there will be any effect on upthrust force?
Yes, due to spring, there is no upthrust force due to spring. There is a upthrust force due to liquid, and a body is hanged in the spring. So spring can also apply, can experience the tension force, but not the upthrust force. But body will experience the upthrust force because it is immersed in the liquid. Now let us go little deeper, that why some objects float, why some objects sink, okay, and also on which factor the upthrust force depends on. All these doubts will be clarified now. Okay, so let us take this body and you wait. So it is 49 Newton. You can see here 49 Newton in air. Then you keep it in water. Cannot measure it. Cannot measure it because it is floating. Yeah. So if you see, if whenever you are keeping the body here in fluid, then there is a weight 49 Newton is acting downwards, and then there is a upthrust force which is acting upwards. Okay, it is equal to 49. Then that means it just floats. It just floats on the ball, That means it is having the same density as that of water. So that is why it is just floating. Upthrust force and weight both are equal. Okay. Let us take another object. One object I am taking here, and its weight is 5 kg only, and its weight is in air 49 Newton, because 5 into 9.8 if you do, you will get 49 Newton. And this body only let us keep here inside the water. Okay. Yeah. Now you can see there is a upthrust force there is upthrust force value of 24.5 Newton and downwards 49 Newton. So upthrust force is less than the weight. So that is why here weight is dominating. So that is why this kind of objects will sink. And if upthrust force is equal to weight of the object, then it just floats. Okay. And if upthrust force is more than the weight, then they totally float on the water. Okay, they are above the surface of the water. For example, you take balloon. On balloon, upthrust force is more than its weight, so that is why balloon floats. There are three situations. Upthrust force can be equal to weight, upthrust force can be greater than weight, upthrust force can be less than weight. If the upthrust force is less than the weight, then the body sinks. If upthrust force is more than weight, the body floats. If upthrust force is equal to its weight, the body just floats. So, this is the relation between upthrust force and flotation, like sinking. It sinks, whether it sinks or floats. Okay. So we have to think about which force is dominating there. Okay. And now you can see that now the first part of the question we have understood when the body floats, when the body sinks, when the body just floats. And next part of the question that is asked by Srijita, that is how it depends on density. How it depends on density. Let us try to understand. So you know water density is 1000 kg per meter cube and oil density is 910 kg per meter cube. Okay. So if you see, when I kept this 5 kg body in water, 24.5 Newton is the upthrust force. And if I make the liquid as oil, then you can see the upthrust force is 22.49 Newton. So that means if the density is less, the upthrust force is less. Okay. If the density is less, the upthrust force is less. Okay. So it depends on the density. Upthrust force is directly proportional to the density of the liquid. Actually, wooden blocks and density is less than the oil density and water density, and till the forces are balanced, upthrust force and weight, it just oscillates, then it comes to rest. Okay. So wooden block density is less than the oil and water, and it is